Thunder at Cassino, Avalon Hill title from 1987. I guess I should start off by apologising for what might be quite poor light conditions, so I hope this video is going to be okay. I bought this a couple of weeks ago on eBay. It's an unpunched version, so I'll have a little look at it in a minute. It is in good condition, I'm really pleased. I was actually looking for Storm over Arnhem. Bid for a couple of games and wasn't successful. I think they ended up going for nearly £30, which was slightly more than my maximum bid. I picked this one up for £22 plus, I don't know, about £8 for postage. Published, let's say, 1987. It's the second in the series of area type games. First being Storm over Arnhem, then this one. The third one being Turning Point Stalingrad. You may have seen my video on that. And I think the final one was Breakout Normandy, which another company called L2 Design Group also did a sort of deluxe version of that. So my aim is to get myself Storm over Arnhem and also Breakout Normandy. The latter I've not seen on eBay. I think I'll have to kind of hunt around for that. So this is an unpunched version. Let's have a little look at what's inside. There's a rule book, as you would expect. Flick through it. All seems pretty straightforward. There's something like 10 pages of rules and then a bit of designer's notes. I've pretty much read it all, so almost ready to play. It seems slightly different to Turning Point, as I guess you'd expect, because it's obviously a different battle, and there's rules around elevation and all sorts of things in it. What else have we got? Games parts list. I wonder if I should post that, see what I get. Sorry, going back to the rules, one of the differences I notice is around combat. In Turning Point Stalingrad, if you move into an area, you have to attack units. I got a bit confused about the rules, whether I had to attack the fresh and spent units. Never really got to the bottom of that one. In this game, you can attack from adjacent areas, much like you can in Turning Point, or you can move into an area, and when you do that, your units are spent, and then they have there's like a close combat impulse, and your units are flipped over and you have a fight. So Thunder at Cassino represents the I think it's the third battle of Cassino, fought in March through March 1944. A fairly eclectic set of Allied forces. So there's the Brits, New Zealanders, and Indian units, including Gurkhas, or as well as Gurkhas, I should say. So a very eclectic force. Some criticisms that I've read about the game are that the units lack a bit of definition and can be a bit tricky to read. The light really is appalling. I must apologise for that. So here we can see the front side. Here's some, I can't really focus actually. Who's that? Machine gunners, Buffs, West Kents. Here's some New Zealand Maori units. I believe they used to do the haka before they went into battle, much like the rugby. So I'd rather they were on my side, that's for sure. And of course, some other Allied units here. I'm sorry again for the definition. The Gurkhas, and below you can see some Indian infantry units. So it's unpunched. That's good. Here's the reverse side. So this is when the units are spent. They've done an action, and those familiar with these style games would know you move, you're spent, you fight, you're spent, and there may be some duration on that. I don't think it's like a Turning Point where you can have duration lasting several turns. What else have we got here? Must be here's some German units. Here we are. So these are I think it's mostly paratroopers from the Germans that fought at this Battle of Cassino. So I think it was the 1st Fallschirmjäger Division. So tough troops. Here we have some rubble counters, so yeah, they certainly came into play. I remember in Turning Point. Some smoke units here. The thing I noticed as well, the armoured units, so some Shermans. Are there any other tanks? Might be. I'm sure I saw something else earlier. They're bigger than the infantry units. I don't know if I can compare. Not a very good comparison, but you kind of get what I mean. So they're slightly bigger. Special rules around vulnerability and invulnerability of armoured units. Looking forward to giving this a play actually. So what else have we got? On the Spence side, and there we go, some victory point markers. Now, where are we? We have some scenario cards. There's some introductory scenarios and short scenarios. So let's have a look what we got. Counter-attack at the Roundhouse. There are introductory scenarios. Assault on Castle Hill. I think there's another one for the Final Days. Yeah, aptly called the Final Days. So we've got a bunch of these cards. What else is there? And there's, I guess, for the whole game, part of the Cassino. So good stuff. Now, I think interestingly, he says, now struggling with the map board. The map it has 2 scales to it. Let's see if we can open that up. Excuse my dodgy camera work. And the lighting. Don't think I'll be up for an Oscar for this. Can't even open the map now. Oh, that's the dice going everywhere. Hey, sorry, lots of pictures of the kitchen table. Sorry about that. I like to think these videos have a certain charm to them. So here are the areas. You can see each area is numbered, much like we see in Turning Point Stalingrad. So I've just focused in on area 23, and the number underneath would be the terrain modifier. As we scamp down, I don't know if this shows. Let's find one. Okay, so this is the sort of town area around Cassino, and then we move to the hill and things change a little bit. The whole map scale changes. You'll notice we move from one area, so Castle Hill there on the left, 2 victory points. So we move across, the scale of the map changes, which is quite an interesting concept. And you'll notice in the area marker, so area 35, there's a number 2, and that represents elevation. So it's giving you the idea of height. If I can find area, what area is area 44, that's an area elevation of 4, area 56 an elevation of 6, you kind of get the drift. And we go up to the monastery, which of course was bombed to pieces as part of this battle. So, interesting map. It's a bit of a sort of dull colour, but not unattractive, not to my eye anyway. It kind of does a job. I'm interested in how the 2 scales of the map will work out. I read a few articles posted to Board Game Geek, and they was talking about, well, it probably is to keep costs down. I think reading some designers' notes as well, the original maps were huge and outside of Avalon Hill's appetite, I believe, so they had to do 2 scales. So an innovative approach probably to a tricky problem. We'll see how it plays. As you can see, some of the areas have victory points. So it looks like 3 victory points there for Hangman's Hill, and the monastery has a 6 victory points, so clearly the aim is to fight your way up this hill. Okay, so as I say, I think this is the third battle for Cassino. Fought to unhinge the Gustav line that the Germans held. Excuse me. And also, I think relieve some of the pressure on the troops at Anzio by tying up German units. So I'm highly pleased that I've actually got hold of this. So I've got 2 in the series now. I will do a playthrough. I promise to practice my videoing in advance and get the lighting a bit better, and look forward to talking through a few turns. So there we have it.